What's going on, everybody, and welcome to J Sports Seattle. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Seahawks mock game from yesterday, as well as injury updates, but that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about since that's really all that's going on right now. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so yesterday, August 4th, was the annual mock game for the Seahawks. Seahawks blue team won 20-17 against the green team. So the starters versus the reserves. That's a very close score for the starters against the reserve, which is really good. And I think it's pretty good because if the starters and if the reserves are keeping up toe to toe with the starters, that means some of those people on those reserves can end up having a starting position or being on the 53-man roster. So I'm not mad that the score was so close. I mean, then again, no team knows their own offenses and defenses better than their own. So makes sense. But Geno Smith, he had a very good day. He had good half, 171 yards. Before giving it to Drew Lock, who I read also did really well. Jake Bobo did really well, 76 yards and a touchdown. I was high on this guy coming out of the draft. I honestly was surprised he even went undrafted. I honestly thought he was going to get drafted, but I'm glad he picked him up. And Draymond Jones and Boy Mafe each recorded a sack. Boy Mafe, I'm really excited about this guy because Carroll said that he is the most improved player on either side of the ball. So that's high praise from Carroll too. So and then think there are 90 people on the roster. Well, 53 if you're counting from people from last year, but the fact that he is the most improved player of any player on either side means something, shows something. So if Darrell Taylor can't start week 1 due to a shoulder injury or just falls off, and Mafe steps up, I want Mafe to be stepping up. I know my last video, Seahawks video, I said Derek Hall, but Derek Hall's a rookie and he's still getting his feet wet. So yeah, I think Mafe would replace Taylor very, very well if Taylor were for some reason not playing. So glad to hear about Mafe stepping up and Draymond recording a sack. That's good. Led by the accurate Smith, Seattle's first team offense came out guns blazing and scored each of the first 3 drives. Now that's good. That is really good. Now, obviously the goal is to get touchdowns, but if you're constantly getting into scoring position and constantly getting field goals, that's all going to add up. If you're constantly scoring on every drive, that's all going to add up, especially if your defense gets stops. So that's really good that they were able to score on each of the first 3 drives. Apparently, it was really they started off really explosive. He missed Metcalf, but apparently DK. Oh yeah, I saw the video for this. DK dusted. I guess he was in a safety position. Bryant was playing in a safety position for a 40-yard completion, and on the very next play, hit JSN down the seam to inside opposing 10-yard line. It's going to be a very explosive offense for sure. Receiving core, running back, it's going to be explosive for sure. And it seems that here. Seems that way here. Let's see. So the starters led the reserves 17-3 by half. But then again, that was the first offense against the second defense. In the second half, it was the second defense versus the first offense. So, yeah, 10 out of 15, no turnovers. That's what you want, man. Seeing this stat line right here, it gives me confidence that I know it's a mock game and it's not full on actual football and organized football, but this gives me hope. This gives me hope that it really wasn't a fluke for Geno. That this really is who he is, and he just needed to be in the right system and on the right team. So, like I said, yeah, Mafe looked every bit like the most improved player on either side of the ball. Like I said, yeah, Pete Carroll was gushing about his progress, most improved player. Yeah, this guy is gonna. If him and Uchenna are a nightmare on the edges, I am all for it. All for it. Continue to terrorize Seattle's second-string offensive line as a starter opposite of Uchenna. So I guess Uchenna was also having a field day. On Seattle's second defensive drive for the first team, following back-to-back minimal gains, Locke dropped back to scan the field and immediately felt pressure. He skipped. Tucking and running. He skipped the pocket. Nice. Oh, but Bradford held. Okay. Gotcha. So I guess, undone by sloppy play and iffy blocking, Locke and the second team offense were stifled most of the evening. That makes sense. Going up against the first defense, And there was probably a lot of penalties too on that O-line. I mean, it makes sense. It's August. We're starting to really get back into organized football, so of course there's going to be kinks and mistakes that you have to work out. So I'm not surprised at that. But again, apparently he didn't have a run game because the run defense was stifling the run game well. So Locke had to really rely on his passing ability. Apparently, Devin Witherspoon tipped a pass from him, so that's good. Let's see. Yeah, and an abbreviated second half. One of Locke's drives was quickly cut short when McIntosh had the ball punched out of his hands by Levi Bell. Yeah. So that's the play that McIntosh got hurt on. Let's see. Despite the lack of support around him, Locke hung in tough and did close out the scrimmage on a strong note, showing a strong rapport with Bobo, an undrafted rookie out of UCLA. Oh wow, he hit the middle of the field to the rookie for a 12-yard score. For the game, Locke completed 16 of 22 passes for 178 yards, a touchdown, and most importantly, no interceptions, and I would assume no turnovers at all. That's really, really good. Like I said, I know it's just the mock game, but the fact that he's not throwing any interceptions, and this is the number one defense he was facing too, the number 2 offense versus number 1 defense. So the fact that he didn't throw any interceptions was good. But moving on. Anchored by Draymond Jones, Bobby Wagner, and Devin Bush, Seattle's run defense played lights out. Yeah, like I said, apparently it was no run game, so I guess these guys were doing their job, which is good. If our run defense is improving, if our run defense can be average this year, it's gonna make our secondary way better than average, way better than 16th than it was last year. So good for the run defense. Apparently, what's his name? Oh yeah, apparently Jones while he didn't exactly get tackles, he did force backs to cut into other defenders that made tackles. So that presence on that line for Draymond is huge. So even if he isn't able to always tackle the running back, but if he can use his quickness and his speed to force the running back to cut to a different part of the D-line and force another D-lineman to make the tackle, that's good. We need that. And like I said earlier, typical fashion, penalties were an annoying problem. Makes sense. Still August, still a month away from actual football, so I'm not worried about that. So that's pretty much it. We'll go over the stats real quick. So yeah, Slock 16 for 22, 178 and a touchdown. That's really, really, really good. Keep in mind, during that preseason game against the Cowboys, he threw 3 interceptions, so not good. But notice this, 16 for 22, 10 for 15, 5 for 7. Notice that every single one of these guys' stats above 70% completion percentage. That is what Pete Carroll wants. He wants that 70% completion percentage every game. And Geno Smith did that last year, basically. 69.8%. I'm going to round it up to 70% like we were taught in elementary and middle school. That's good. That's just all good. 178, 171, very good. And look at like I was saying, the defense, the run defense, look at that. Nobody reached 30 yards rushing. And look at it, it's on multiple attempts. 7, 8, 3, 5, 3, 5. They probably reached 100 yards, but nobody broke away for a big run, it seems like, which is good. Obviously, you had the Sir Roderick Thompson touchdown and the Dallas touchdown, but that was for the first team. And then you had Jake Bobo with 76 yards for 1 touchdown for Cody Thompson. Not Cody Thompson. Cody Thompson. 4 for 54. That's really good. Yeah, notice all these stats. Little receptions, big yards. 7 for 76, 4 for 54. Metcalf had 2 for 51. This guy right here, I've already talked about this guy. If you haven't seen my rant about Eskridge, see it in my last video. 3 for 40 is pretty good though. 2 for 37. But look at all that. That's all explosive right there. All big gains, big chunk gains right there. That's good. So our offense is going to be really explosive in the receiving end for sure, and probably definitely in the running end for sure. These are not our starters, so. But that's really good. That's really good stats to see. But moving on, we're going to talk about some injuries. We know that McIntosh got hurt. He sprained his knee. We won't know the severity until more tests are done, Carroll said. Lockett sat out due to a little bit of tightness, but said he's fine. Normally he is fine, but he does like to play through injury. So Pete was probably keeping him out just to not risk anything. And then Pete said Derek Young is dealing with a groin/hip injury, possibly sports hernia situation. Still determining how to proceed. Oof, that's not good, because if Derek Young, he showed flashes last year, and I think this guy could be a good backup on outside receivers. So hopefully this isn't serious, and I hope they proceed with caution, and I hope he is available by week 1. But going to the McIntosh injury, there is a video. Here's a video of the tackle that Levi Bell did on Twitter. This is him right here, number 25, McIntosh. He's lined up in the pistol. It looks like he's going to get the handoff, runs to the left. Oh, man. Yeah. See, that doesn't look good. I mean, he got up under his own power, which is fine, and was walking. But that didn't look good. That tackle looked awkward. It almost looked like a horse collar, but I don't think it was. I think it was just a tackle, a good tackle. Because this is what the play that McIntosh fumbled. Yeah. That looked bad. I'm gonna take a look. Let's take a look at. Sorry about that. Let's take a look at. Oh yeah, he just pulled him by the neck, and it just forced his body to go, and his knee just didn't like that. His body wasn't, and he probably wasn't expecting it either. Yeah, he probably wasn't expecting it because it was from the backside. Yeah, so I hope it's a speedy recovery. Hope it's nothing serious. He did walk under his own power, so that's good to hear. So I'm thinking that it's not that bad, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure people have torn ACLs and was able to walk and didn't feel any pain. But he did feel pain, it looked like. So, but he did walk under his own power, which is good. So hopefully we'll get some positive news soon. But that's pretty much all I have for this video. I'm probably be making another Mariners video probably on Monday or Tuesday after probably after this Angels series finishes up. I want to see how this Angels series finishes up and how the rest of the other games go for our playoff hopes. Playoff spot, but and I'll probably make another Seahawks video sometime next week, if not Monday or Tuesday either. Just depending on if there's training camp notes and whatnot. We know our first preseason game is on Thursday next week. Can't believe it's already almost here. Football's almost here, guys. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share for more Seahawks and Seattle sports content. And comment below on how you think everybody's gonna do this year based off this mock game. Hope you have a good day, and go Hawks, go Mariners, and go Kraken.